What's up, everybody? You already know who it is. It's DripGodDero, and I'm back at you guys with another banger. So in today's video, man, we got to talk about the Brooklyn Nets. Now, this was actually a video request from one of my subscribers. Shout out to Guapo the Rosen, man. Shout out to you. And the reason for the delay in the video is because there's been a lot of shit going on with the Brooklyn Nets. So in this video, we will unpack that. And hey, before we do get into it, if you do enjoy my videos or my content, you already know what to do. Like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the motherfucking channel. If you do have a video request for a specific team or player, get in the comments down below, put that team and player, and I got you. But without further ado, let's switch over and let's get right into it. Alright, so we have switched over, as you guys can see, and we got to start this off with this video right here. Y'all just listen to this, man. Just listen to it.
We got breaking news in the NBA with the Brooklyn Nets firing their head coach Jacques Vaughn this morning. The move comes with the Nets just outside of that play-in picture in the Eastern Conference with a record of 21-33 losses on the year. In his final game as the head coach of the Nets, it was not pretty. They lost by 50 to the Boston Celtics right before the All-Star break, and here we are the Monday after. He is no longer the head coach. Vaughn, by the way, 71-68 over two separate stints as a...
All right, man. We got to start it off with that because, like I was saying, man, it looks like their coach has been fired. Now, this is unfortunate for him specifically, but, man, after a 50-point loss, you got to do something. And, man, let's just get into it, man. Let's get into the stats. Let's get into the players, and, you know, we'll go from there. But I'm going to switch over and we gonna talk about Cam Thomas' reaction to him actually getting fired. Now, just to give a little context, Cam Thomas and also the coach, they haven't really had a great, relationship, to be honest, man. For the most part, they've had a rocky relationship due to Cam Thomas being benched and coming off the bench for a decent amount of time of this season. So let's just take a look at Cam Thomas's reaction to this. And yeah, man, so here go the tweet right here. As you guys can see, it says, Cam Thomas on finding out about Jacques Vaughn being fired. I thought it was a prank or something. Then Sean Marks called and informed me. It's unfortunate. You don't want to see nobody lose their job. At the end of the day, it's tough. But hey, man, let's actually, take a look at the video, because it's cool when you actually read something, but you got to actually look at, how a person reacts and just their body language. So let's take a look at this video, then we go get to the stats and all that good stuff.
It's good. I found out Sean told me, I didn't know, seen on the internet. I thought it was like a prank or something. But yeah, Sean called, informed me. So it's unfortunate, but we'll come with it. But you don't want to see nobody lose their job at the end of the day. So, but it's just comes with it.
Alright, so I don't know if y'all noticed that, but did y'all see the quick little smirk right here? Hold on, let me get it. Y'all see Y'all see the smirk, man? I ain't gonna front. You know he kinda excited because that gives him more time to actually play. But let's get to the stats, man. Let's get to what we really want to talk about, the stats and why this team is so bad. But before we get to that, let's take a look at the standings. So here is the Eastern Conference, and as you guys can see, they are the 11th seed in the East, man. Now, they are 21-33, and they are on a 2-game losing streak so far. But just to switch over to the stats, let's get to the nitty-gritty. So currently, like I said, they are 21-33, 11th in the Eastern Conference. They did actually just fire Jacques Vaughn, and now they are, now their coach is Kevin Ollie. So hopefully he can make some improvements, and let's just get to the stats, the actual percentages and all that good stuff. So so far, pretty much overall, when it comes to points per game, they are 21st out of 30, so bottom 15. When it comes to offensive rating, they are 18th out of 30, so they still are bottom 15 when it comes to that. When it comes to opponents' points per game, they are 16th out of 30, so bottom 15 at that. And defensive rating, they are 21st out of 30, so bottom of the league at that. So pretty much, they don't necessarily stand out on offense or defense. They're, lackluster on both. And just to scroll down to try to get a better understanding of what this team struggles with, which is a lot, let's scroll down to the team stats, because that can tell us a little bit more on what the team struggles with and what they may actually be pretty good at. Now, something to note is that they are actually pretty good when it comes to their three-point attempts. So they do shoot a decent amount. They're 8th in the league when it comes to three-point attempts. And overall, they're pretty much middle of the pack at the three-point percentage at 15th. So that's something good to know, that they do shoot threes and they're pretty effective at it at the middle of the pack. Now, other than that, when it comes to rebounding, we can say that they pretty good when it comes to rebounding. They're 8th in the league at that. Assists, they're decent, 13th in the league at that. And blocks, they're okay, at 12th in the league at that. But one thing to stand out is this right here, rebound. Not rebounds, but turnovers. They're 6th in the league, which isn't good at all. You don't want to be a top team when it comes to the turnovers. So let's scroll down and let's take a look at the players so that I could just, break down these players. So let's start off with some of the players that aren't on the team right now. So Spencer Dinwiddie, he's not on the team right now. And to be honest, he was having a horrible season. He really was. He was shooting 39% from the field, and he was shooting 32% from three. So overall, horrible season. And the crazy thing is that he was starting. As you can see, he started 48 games. Right below him is Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas only started 30 games. So you could just see the conflict between these two players, because let's keep it real, both Spencer Dinwiddie and Cam Thomas, they both are players that need the ball in their hand. And unfortunately, to just keep it real, Spencer Dinwiddie was the player who was getting more of that time. So I would say that it's good that they did actually trade Spencer Dinwiddie, because he was having a horrible season and he was taking away from the opportunities from Cam Thomas. Now, Cam Thomas, he is a player who his year hasn't been that great as well. 43% from the field and 36% from three, which is league average. So that's good right there. But besides that, I'd say for the most part, his year just hasn't been too great, just because of the inconsistency with his minutes, with him starting or not, things of that nature. I feel like that has really slowed him down this season. Also, just the inconsistency with the head coaching and, just all the moving pieces with this team, it has really caused some problems for this team. But as you can see, he was averaging 21 points. Of course, you want it to be a little more efficient, but hey, it's solid enough, and he is young, so he does still have potential to get better at only 22 years old. Let's talk about the best player on the team at the moment, which is Mikal Bridges. So Mikal Bridges, he has been having an okay season, 45% from the field, 37% from three on 7 3-point attempts, and he's averaged 21 points per game. Now, he was averaging 2.2 turnovers per game, and the reason I think that he's averaging that many turnovers is just because I feel like he isn't the first option on this team. He is considered the first option, but I feel like just him having to handle the ball so much is causing him to, be in a position that he isn't necessarily built for. He's okay at handling the ball, but I wouldn't consider him a great ball handler. I feel like he'd be the best option on your team as a third option, not necessarily a first option. And I feel like that's what's causing him to turn over the ball so much. Also, assists 3.7, so pretty much he's averaging around 4 assists, but 2 turnovers on 4 assists, that's not too good. I'm gonna keep it real. Rebounds at 5, that's decent for his position. One thing that they will miss from Spencer Dinwiddie, I will say, is just his passing. He did average 6 assists per game, so they will miss that. Now, Nick Claxton, he's been injured a little bit this year. I'm gonna keep it real, but overall, he's still been a pretty solid, center. To be honest, he has been a pretty solid center at 2.3 blocks per game, which is good, and also at 10.2 rebounds. So he's been having a pretty good year, man. I can't knock him. He's been having a pretty good year. You don't really get any arguments from me. The only thing that you can say is that he's a little undersized. He's a little thin when it comes to those bigger centers. But overall, he's been having a good year. I don't really got too much to knock him on. Cameron Johnson, he has had a decent year as well. 45% field goal, but 40% from 3 on 6 attempts, which is great. That's definitely great. Rebounds, you like to see that be up a little bit more for his position, but 4.7 is okay. Assists per game 2.6, that's decent, and overall he's been having a solid year. I'd like to see him step it up a little bit more, because as we know, in the playoffs last year, he stepped it up a lot, so I'd like to see him step it up a little bit more. Dorian Finney-Smith, just a solid 3-and-D player. I don't think we really need to talk too much more about him. Shooting 37% on 5 3-point attempts, pretty good. Ben Simmons, one of the most disappointing players so far. He was only 27 years old, only played 12 games this year, and man, you see it. 59% field goal percentage, but which only playing 12 games a year, that ain't enough. I mean, not 12 games a year, but 12 games this year, that ain't enough sample size for me to really just, give you props. Also, 8 rebounds per game, 6 assists. Once again, I can't really give you props because you only played 12 games. So it's hard to really speak on him, but one thing I do want to note is that the coach that they actually had that just got fired, Vaughn, he actually built his offense around playing Ben Simmons. So when you really think about Ben Simmons only playing 12 games and Vaughn actually building his offense around having Ben Simmons as the focal point, it just goes to show why this team has been struggling so much. So that's something I do want to note as well. Also, let's just keep moving some of the new pieces. Dennis Schroeder, I think he could be okay, but similar to Spencer Dinwiddie, I do feel like his style will kind of clash with Cam Thomas. If it's me, I want Cam Thomas being that primary ball handler. So I don't really know how much of an impact Dennis Schroeder will help on this team. Besides that, they got a couple of, young vets, as I would say, and Dennis Smith and Lonnie Walker. Me personally, I think Lonnie Walker is better than Dennis Smith, so I would definitely give him more minutes than Dennis Smith. And besides that, man, they don't really got too much going for them. I'm going to keep it a band, man. I'm going to definitely keep it a band with you guys. They don't really have any picks to look forward to because those are gone. So it's not like they can really tank. But at the moment, that's just my thoughts on this team, man. I'm going to keep it real. They just got a lot going on. They need help. Hopefully the new coach, Ole, can, stabilize the team because it's a lot of moving parts. You got players who only playing 12 games, such as Ben Simmons. You got a lot of you know, players who were playing a lot of minutes, such as Spencer Dinwiddie getting traded. So it's just a lot of inconsistencies. It's a lot of moving parts, and hopefully they can just, you know, get some type of stabilization when it comes to the players that will be the focal point on the team, the players that will start and get minutes and things of that nature. Because I feel like if you actually do that, then they will be a better team overall. But hey, that's my breakdown on the Brooklyn Nets. If you enjoyed the video, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the motherfucking channel, turn on notifications and all that good stuff, and I'm out. Peace.